Hi Scorpio, how are you? How's things? Welcome to Eriu Tarot readings. I'm Eriu and you're very welcome to your bi-weekly reading from September the 1st to September the 17th, 2017. I say bi-weekly, but realistically we got another 3 days on it, so that's not too bad. Still be a bi-weekly anyway for you. Remember, if this reading doesn't resonate with you, Scorpio, that's completely fine. It's a general reading, so not everything will resonate. But do check out your moon and your rising signs as well. And if you don't know what they are, I'll pop a link below this video for you that you can press it, calculate what your moon and rising sign is, and then have a look at those videos. Scorpio, how are you? How's things? I've missed you guys. I really truly have. I hope you had a great August. I had a crazy busy one, which I'm still catching my tail around, but it was good, and so I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I hope you've enjoyed the long summer evenings, you know, the nice long walks, nice stretch in the evenings, and now we're going to come into autumn, and I mean, I just love autumn as well. But oh, hello. We'll see if you come back. Yeah. Yes, I hope you're all well. Hope every single one of you are good. Right, so we're going to do the previous format that I've used before for the 2 weeks. So 6 cards, top line first week, bottom line second week, and then I'll pick 3 cards for your love life, all right? So general reading with those 6 cards, then 3 for your love life over that, all right? Because I think that's a format that most of you actually quite like, so I'm going to use that. And as I always say, if you haven't done it already, what do I always say? Grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab something stronger, and kind of sit back and just enjoy this reading. Let's enjoy it together, yeah? All right. Ooh, jumpy. Okay. Now, I did readings for Cancer and Pisces there, and they were a little bit rough, so I'm kind of hoping, you know, as the last water sign I'll be doing, I hope this is a bit better for you. If I need to clarify, I will, okay? So let's see. That Chariot, Jesus, that keeps coming up. Oh. Ooh, rightio. Okay, so interesting. Let's have a look. Right, so the top line is your first week, so we'll say it's from the 1st to the 9th, all right? The bottom line is your second week, so we'll say it's the 10th to the 17th. Start, middle, and end of each week. So let's have a look. Right, Scorpio, something in the recent past has left you kind of maybe feeling a bit vulnerable, maybe a little bit regretful in some cases, and kind of wishing things were different from what the outcome was. Some of you may have been in battles with people, may have been one person in particular, may have been a group of people. Words were exchanged and there was a verbal, I guess you could say, confrontation in some ways. Doesn't have to be overly aggressive to be a confrontation. It just means that words were flying back and forth between 2 parties in an attempt, I guess, to get the point across, but it just kind of didn't work out that well. Now, in many ways, though, you were victorious in this. What you said hit home and it hit hard, and that's the thing. I think there's a little bit of reluctance here to move into the middle of the week at least, because you're looking back and thinking, Jesus, should I have really said what I said? Should I really do that? Should I have, Christ, did I really did swing my sword around, didn't I hurt a few people? Now, it may be very well a case that whoever this was, or whoever these people were, they may have deserved it. That's your judgment call, right? It's not mine, it's definitely yours. But I do sense that maybe you felt you swung that sword, or will feel that you swing that sword a little bit too harshly. Look, it's okay. It's been done now. It's done and dusted. You can't really go back to it. And what I advise you is to not go back, actually, because, I mean, if you need closure in some sort of way, or you want to apologise, or you want to at least express some sort of sympathy and regret about the way things happened, then do that. That's nice and everything, but I mean, just be aware that these people or person that you were involved with in some way, remember this is all external, outside of love, outside the love life. If it's a case that they don't want to engage with that in that conversation with you, well then, you know, just let it go. You know what I mean? Just let it go, and we'll move into the middle of the week. Yeah, it's not the most terrible energy to have at the start of the week, I'll be very honest, but it is a crossroads energy. We've got 5, and you've got 5 either end here, so we've got to see what's really going on for you. Now, the middle of the week, you have the Chariot, which is lovely. Chariot's been popping up now for, I think it popped up for Cancer and Pisces as well. And this is a Cancer card anyway. This is represented by Cancer, and this is all about movement and travel, and transportation of some sort. So some of you, due to your career or your work life or your home life or whatever, you're actually moving in a new direction. You may possibly be moving away. Maybe if this is a career thing or a work thing in some way, maybe you burnt your bridges a little bit back here. You just thought, you know what, I'm leaving. I'm not taking any more of the crap, and I'm delighted I'm going, and I'm just going to tell them how it is. And maybe you may have told it a little bit too much, and that's where the reluctance, I guess, as I said, to move into the middle of the week comes in. But a very strong card, because we have a major arcana here. And it is, as I said, it is about movement. So excuse me, what I quite like, because when I see the Chariot, I always think of the Wheel of Fortune, because for me the Wheel of Fortune are like the wheels on the Chariot. So the fact that these two are in the same spread is, I'm really happy that that's going. You're moving in a new way, Scorpio, at the start of this week, or I should say the middle of this week, and it will be quite fast for you. There's no doubt. I can feel that, and I know that it will be quite fast for you. But also, Scorpio, is it just me, or does it feel like it's time? Like it's about time things were moving and shaking for you, and it's about time that the old chapter was closed. I think there was something about, and I remember this over the previous readings of the previous months that we've done together, and I could see that there was a struggle between what we knew and what we were familiar with, and the moving forward thing and leaving all that behind. Now, if any sign can do it, the rebirth thing, that's Scorpio completely. Like, and I have the utmost faith in every single Scorpio moon, sun and rising that can do that, absolutely. But I think there were threads that were still kind of connecting you to the past a little bit, and I'm happy in a way. You kind of went ahead, you just severed them. You're like, because I felt like you probably felt like it was getting to the point where it's like, do you know what, this is too much, I'm dragging this out way too long. See ya, goodbye, best of luck, namaste. Right, that's what it feels like. So I'm glad now, even though the Chariot is here, and I said it moves quite fast, it feels like you're ready, and that in a way you're actually quite calm with the whole thing. And you're like, yeah, of course I'm ready. I've said goodbye to a lot of things, finally finalised all those little things that were just kind of still in the background, and now I'm ready to move forward. And it's good, and I feel like you've people around you that are good for you in that sense, that will also keep you quite grounded on your destination, or getting to your destination. Now, what I have, let me just say, in work as well, work is flying by and things are going really well, and for some of you also, you may get a promotion as well, or yeah, an elevated position, yeah, for sure. Now, the end of the week is what concerns me here, because you've got the Five of Cups, so let's have a look here, what's going on at you. 2 5s either side. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, my lovelies, let's have a look here. Right, so what is the Five of Cups? Well, it's a bit of a sad card, this one. Cup energy, you've got Cancer, Pisces, and you, Scorpio. Lovely. So it's an element that you are very familiar with, and that you feel comfort in. All right, you're very knowledgeable of this particular element because it's you. Now, Five of Cups can sometimes be, there's that phrase that always springs to mind the minute I see this cup, and it's crying over spilt milk. And in my head, I kind of try and push that phrase back to be my initial, instead of it being my initial go-to phrase, because I just think that's a bit harsh. Something has happened to you emotionally, Scorpio, that like it left its mark on you a little bit, maybe more so than you would have liked, or that you thought, well, I didn't think it held that much of an emotional impact on me, but apparently it did, right? Here it is. Now, you're concentrating, or you will be at the end of this week. And do you know what? I feel like it's because things are moving quite rapidly for you in a nice way, that you're it's shaking you a little bit. And here you have 3 golden chalices, or cups, that are all kicked over, and all that beautiful healing energy and liquid that is within them spills over, and the cups are empty. But there's such a lonely card, such a lonely, sad card in many ways to me, that you feel like you're quite on your own with this, and that you feel that emotional impact more than anyone else does, or you feel like it's just staying with you too long. But I want you to know that you've the Two of Cups here. Look, you've 2 cups behind you that are still full, that still have those healing powers, and that you can utilize. It's all about just turning around and looking at it from a different way. Kind of like the Hangman, you want to turn around and look at it from a different perspective, but this is more so about acknowledging what you actually have rather than what you don't have. So let's think about that more. And why does this come up for you? Well, here we are. 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and 2 of Swords. So quite a bit of sword energy so far, yeah? And as we spoke about before, swords is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Now, 6 of Swords is also a movement and traveling card, but it can be moving out of turbulent waters into much calmer ones. But I feel like for some of you may have been the reverse. It may have been a case that you felt like you were coming out of calmer waters and things got a bit turbulent. You have the 3 of Swords here, which means heartache. I don't say heartbreak, I say heartache, because the heart is not broken. Those swords that penetrate the heart, they, in many ways, yes, they are there and it is uncomfortable, but it also holds the heart together. But they haven't completely cracked the heart, and that's what we need to remember with this card when we feel the way we do. 3 and 3, look at that. Do you see? When we feel the way we do about a heartache regarding someone or leaving a scenario or leaving people behind, it's important to remember that we're not fully broken. We're never fully broken. It may feel that way momentarily, but we're never fully broken. I feel like you've tried for a very long time, Scorpio, to kind of keep it all together and to keep the peace in some ways, and not even for other people's sake but for your own. This heartache that comes along at the end of the week that makes you feel like this and this sadness, well, it's a decision that you had to make on something. You have the 2 of Swords. I just heard in my head, should I stay or should I go? That could be it for you, for some of you. But also I think this is important that it's saying to you, look, make the choice. What I said to you, turn around. See what you got. You want to stay in the 3 of Cups energy? You want to stay in this 3 of Swords energy? No. Go to the 2. Go to the 2 behind you. Make the choice for the 2. And more importantly, make a choice for you, because I feel like this is other people's doings. This isn't you. You wouldn't do that. I know you wouldn't. You wouldn't just kick over the cups like that. Well, I mean, like if you've really pissed off a Scorpio, well, Jesus, that's, beware if you've ever done that. But you don't intentionally go around hurting people's emotions like that. You don't. So I think this is really, rather than saying you have a choice to make, which is true, I think it's more so just make the choice to choose the 2 of Cups. Look at where you're going. You have that emotional reservoir right here. Yes, this is all spilled out. Yes, the water is flowing down. It feels like it's flowing away from you. But just because things leave doesn't mean that we don't have anything. And when things leave, well, it makes room for things to come to us. Newer things, stronger things, things that fit us as people now, right? I think that's important for you to remember here. Remember that. Choose these cups. Choose those 2 cups for yourself and hold on to them. So then coming into your second week, which is, we said, was the 10th to the 17th of September, we've got the Knight of Swords, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune. So things are really starting to look up for you, Scorpio, in more ways than I think than you even anticipated before. Now, Knight of Swords here, he is the fastest knight in the deck, and all of the knights in the tarot deck have something to say, and they want to deliver a message of some sort. Now, with this particular knight, so we've got air signs, we've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. What we have here is a knight who is ready to say what they need to say. I want to get it out there. They're fast, they're furious, they don't care. Right, let's have a look at him, right? In comparison to I always actually use the comparison of the Knight of Pentacles because they're completely polar opposites. The Knight of Pentacles, you have Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn energy. Very slow, takes the time, very methodical. Will decide, you know, if something comes their way and it's an obstacle, they'll take care of it. Yep. You know, one foot in front of the other sort of thing. And it's actually interesting, in the card for the Knight of Pentacles, you see the horse standing still and the knight is on top of just sitting there, okay, with the pentacle in his hand. In complete contrast then we have the Knight of Swords, which is like, even visually look at this. The horse is just like flying through the air, the clouds are being scraped across the sky, and we have this knight who's coming in and he's like, let me say what I need to say, I don't care who doesn't want to hear it, I'm ready to go, let's go. Now, does he have a lot of diplomacy? Not really. He is logical though. And he is aware that, as I always say, the sword is like the tongue, all right? You got to be careful about sometimes how you say things. Now, I have a feeling this is you kind of slightly going back and taking care of things that you want to take care of, as in this over here. But I have that feeling, but I just want to doubly make sure that that's what's going on for you. Because you're going backwards, right? You're going back into the first week, and I never want you to do that unless you've got unresolved issues, unless we're looking back and thinking, I need to take care of something that I didn't really take care of. And that's the thing, I think you did though. You made the decision to move forward with your Two of Cups. Your Two of Swords turned into a Two of Cups scenario. So what's going on here that you're flying through the sky and you're like, I'm ready to say what I need to say? What is it about you? Oh. Hold on. Let's move them over. Okay. Just one more. So we have two different scenarios here, I feel too. Right. Now we have the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands, and Wands are fire energy. We've got Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and aces are always beautiful to have in any spread, so it's very good that this is here for you, Scorpio. So what do they represent? Apart from the signs, they represent fire, heat, growth, light, you know. I just thought of photosynthesis there, you know. It's that kind of like, imagine everything that the sun gives to us. That's what these wands do as well. Not only that, they represent love and lust and passion and compassion, and in many ways responsibility, but also in many ways creativity. Like, this is a major creative card to have. And aces are the suits element in its purest form. So what we're looking at, all the power of those things that I just said, but in like its purest form. So you can imagine how strong this is. And aces always equate to new beginnings as well, which is lovely to have. So for some of you, I feel like it's, yeah. I know I said this is everything but love, but sometimes love likes to trickle into the general life, okay, if we need to know something. I think for some of you as well, you've kind of had to fight your way through a few things. You've kind of had to fight for a new beginning for yourself, Scorpio. You're kind of thinking to yourself, I shouldn't have had to fight, and I shouldn't have to fight for my life in that sort of sense. Sometimes you think people just get things, they just come to them. Yeah, but we don't know all the other struggles they had before that. I think for you, it's a case that you've had to, or you feel like you have to fight for what you want a little bit more. And I feel like you want to be heard. You know, not even seen. Like, oh, you know, there's Mr. and Mrs. Scorpio. What I mean is just like, you just want to be like heard. You want your voice to be heard. And you're passionate about certain things. And you're passionate about the way your life is moving now. And you want that to happen for yourself. And to those who came before you, or who are in the past, I should say. You want them to know exactly where you are and who you are now. And that's okay, but I just feel like it's kind of just a bit shouty. And Scorpio, you aren't shouty. You're not shouty at all. But I feel you just want to put it out there. You don't even have to like that's me now. What are you going to do about it? You know, and combined then with the Knight of Swords energy, it's like, well, you really want to say how it is. The battle really feels real inside you. And then in another way for some of you as well, or combined, this could be the two stories for one particular individual as well. You've got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So Six of Cups is all about, for me, traditional values, the home life, how we were reared, the relationship we have with our mother, but it's also at times rose-tinted glasses. That is the main meaning for me of this card. And combined with the Seven of Swords, that is about deception, deceiving the party and taking what you want from it and leaving kind of smug. These two together for me tell me that, or confirm that, there have been people in your life that you put a lot of emotional value on that were deceptive, that told you and showed you what you wanted to hear and what you wanted to see, and they deceived you in the past. As a result, they just massaged that very soft side of you, but in a way that wasn't really invasive, because you know, as a Scorpio, you'd be like, get the frig away from me, I know what your gig is. But they did it in such a manner that allowed you to open up, but they were purposely doing that so they could get what they wanted out of you. And I think you're kind of going back here, it's shouting the odds now. a little bit. You're like, I've had to fight for what I believed in and what I wanted, and this new beginning was for me, and I had to do all the battle, and I had to battle against people that weren't on my side and took things from me, and that wasn't fair. And I get it. And I feel it as well, more importantly. I understand where you're coming from. But do you honestly, just have a look. Do you think anyone's going to listen to this knight coming in shouting all the odds? No, they're not though. I just think, and you could disagree with me and that's fine, I just think you would be doing a greater disservice to your character if you were to do this at the start of the week. And honestly, because I don't want you to go back. Do you want to go back? Relive those feelings? What had to be done, the battles and the scars that you have? Do you really want to do that? Or, that's option A. Option B, which I think you'll find is way more desirable, is the Magician card, which is midweek. This is a major arcana, as you can see. And the Magician is wonderful in many ways. So many ways. Mainly because he is the master of his craft. He knows every single element, what it takes to build something, its structure, the people it may need, the moral code it may need, its ethics and values. He can construct anything because he knows his craft so well. And as you can see on the table here, he has all the elements. See all the suits? Pentacle, cup, sword and wand. He's very well versed in this. But he's gotten to that point not by just sheer luck, but because he's had to work for it. And he's had to understand all the other elements, and he's had to learn. And he gets this really fruitful moment in life where he's like, I know things so well that it just inherently flows through me. Now, my question to you is, Scorpio, would you rather come across like this to the people that have hurt you? Or would you rather come across like this to the people that hurt you? Right? Again, this is all up to you, what you'd like to do. I just think this is just way better. And as well, you'll feel better in this energy than you do in this energy. This doesn't sit well on you in general, I don't feel. No, and even as an air sign for me, I can feel the complexity and the irritation from this Knight of Swords. And even as a fellow air sign, like that doesn't sit well on me. You can imagine, I already know the suit inside out and I'm like, oof, geez, that's a bit much. So shine your light a bit more, Scorpio, in a way that really shows you and how far you've come. Go with that. And then going towards the end of the week, then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, hey now, this is better again, right? And at the end of the 2 weeks then, after feeling all of this, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Another major arcana. So it's a knock-on effect as well here. Alright, so you're doing really good. And you're going to feel just a little bit more complete in yourself, I think is the word I'd like. The Wheel of Fortune is about your fate and your destiny properly coming in and saying, look, are you ready? Do you want to go? Because I'm ready. And sometimes it pulls us really fast because it needs us to get out of toxic scenarios. And it needs to put us in the newest chapter and be like, you need to go from here now. Sometimes it's really slow because we haven't learned everything we've needed to learn. And that's when we get in this weird limbo stagnant phase of life, you know, we feel like life isn't going anywhere. And it's because the Wheel of Fortune goes purposely slow so we can obtain a little bit more knowledge of us, of our lives, and where we want to be too. But here, it's like you've already achieved this, or you will already achieve this. You were going towards it, and then you become it. And the Wheel of Fortune says, look, hop on. Normally, Wheel of Fortune, you know, it makes its own rules with people. It doesn't necessarily say, oh yeah, I'll decide when to go. But the Wheel of Fortune, I feel, is actually being really, really accommodating and is saying, oh look, brilliant, you've become the magician. So do you want to come with me now and go into the next chapter? Are you alright with that? Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. It's very compromising. I've never felt that before of the Wheel of Fortune, but I quite like that. It's a strong energy. The fact that it's willing to compromise with you is saying a lot. So become this, be this, be that. And then hop on into the next chapter, or at least the next phase, whatever that may be to you. I just feel like it's done, you know? I feel like it's done. I felt it kind of here, you were cutting ties, and you're getting your groove here, aren't you? You're really trying to just get your feet on the ground at a steady kind of pace here. What do I let go? What do I not let go? I need to tell them how I feel. Maybe I won't tell them how I feel. You know, it's all this. And then you come to the conclusion that it's just you and that's enough and that's all you need. And then you float then, woo, straight into the next 2 weeks. That sits wonderfully for me. I don't know about you. That sits wonderfully for me. So, God, I just want to kind of end the reading there, to be honest. But let's do your 3-card love spread, yeah? I just feel like you've become so strong for me in ways that you never knew. And I just feel like, but that's enough. That's why I'm kind of reluctant to do the love reading. Because I'm like, you're enough. You're so enough. The strength within you is massive. Oh, okay. Well, maybe who wants a little bit of love? Let's have a little bit of love, shall we? Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. Alright, so things are kind of looking up here a little bit, okay? So for couples, it could be a case that you meet someone, quite possibly, with the 2 of Cups card, at the start or maybe flowing into the kind of middle of these 2 weeks. You know, it's hard to kind of tell because it's 17 days. But it could be that. It could be an air sign. It could be a very dominant air sign. It could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Or it could be a Cancer, another Scorpio, or possibly a Pisces. I feel a lot of air though, but that doesn't necessarily mean it could be an air sign. What could happen in there's a lot of chit chat that goes between you. There's a lot of mental activity. There's a lot of verbal activity. And I feel like that is quite rapid between you. So, as I said, it doesn't depend on the sign. Now, I think you will quite like this person. One sec. Let's see. Oh. Okay. So, how do I put this? You're not going to physically meet this person, but you're going to be talking back and forth on your phone with this person. And if not your phone, your laptop, and if not laptop, some other device. This feels like online chatting. Like, I just keep seeing like Facebook Messenger. Chat, 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 chat. But I don't actually feel, I feel the connectivity in that way. This is mental and verbal, but I don't feel the physicality of it, which is interesting. Okay, so some of you may be, yeah, some of you may be kind of in contact with one or two people. But this feels, I think this just feels really good for you. And it's nice to have someone kind of feel like they're on your level mentally and that it's reciprocated. So, because interesting, this is just a different block. And then here we go on. You know, you want to chat to different people? No harm. No harm. Yeah, but you're not going to physically meet. Maybe in the future, but not now. Not in these 2 weeks. For couples, if you are seeing someone of an air sign or water sign quality, or maybe not, maybe it's fire or earth for you, there's a rekindling of each other's spirits a little bit here. I think you're meeting each other halfway again. Maybe you haven't been doing that, but it's a case now that kind of little lovely sweet honeymoon period that may have been gone is kind of coming back again. And it's through verbal activity, it's through your communication that actually makes you guys open your eyes a bit more and go, we need to get back to this. Or it may just be a case that you're looking at your significant other and they say something and it just kind of lights you up a little bit inside. You're going to feel this, it will feel like newness even though it's not, but hey, isn't that lovely to have even after being with someone for some time? That's nice, I like that. Now at the middle, get this, right, there we are, better. Then coming into the middle of all these 17 days, we have the King of Pentacles. So again, let's just state that this isn't gender specific. We've got King and Queen energy. Does not mean that that is the gender. Whatever gender that you are into, be it male or female, doesn't matter, apply it to this. Okay, so King of Pentacles energy, we've got Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn again. And the King of Pentacles is, well, it's interesting for this particular king, all right? So he's done what all that pentacle energy has done, which is he has sown the seeds, he has been patient, he has harvested, and he has reaped the rewards of those. He puts in the graft, basically. He puts in the groundwork in order to get to where he needs to be. He knows that it's not going to be immediate. He knows that instant validation or whatever, it is not in his vocabulary in that sense. He knows that practicality and methodology and strategy are what get you places in life. You just got to be patient, right? So there is, for maybe even for some of you now, physically a King of Pentacles energy coming in. As I said, could be male or female. Now this person, can I just say, in no uncertain terms, has their shit together. You guys know, I swear the odd time. If you're new to my channel, I swear the odd times because I feel very passionate about stuff, you know. Just be aware of that, yeah. But this guy, this person has their shit together. They're affluent, but it's because they're good with money. Doesn't mean that they have to be really, really rich. I feel like there's a lot of money flowing here though, and I never really feel that. So I'm happy for some of you. Hey, take heed. Something's going on here. This person is at the top of their game. This person also moves around a lot for work, travels a lot for work. But I want to say that they're very passionate about what they do, and that they have a lot of compassion, actually, I feel, more than anything. Look, were they spoon-fed or no? Were they born with a silver spoon in their mouth? Absolutely not. They worked for this. Let that be known. So they're not your typical, oh, I have a lot of money, head on nouveau riche. Nouveau riche, if that's what you want to say. They're not like that. They understand what it takes to get to the top. As I said, methodology, strategy, that's what they do. So, hey, look, if this comes in, if this person comes in for you and they want to give you a bit more attention than you're used to, or they want to take you out and they want to take care of you in different ways, let them. You know what? Enjoy it. Enjoy the fact, Scorpio, that, yeah, I know you like to be in control, but enjoy the fact that someone else is actually taking care of things for you instead, for once, you know, and it's not all on you. What I'd say is I don't feel any ill intent here by any means. don't feel like you have to fully have your guard up with them or wondering why they're doing what they're doing. They enjoy you. They will enjoy you. They enjoy your company. They enjoy you aesthetically as well. Hey, look, if you're visually pleasing, absolutely. They like to look at you. Why not? But do enjoy this. Why not? Have someone flirt with you and make you feel good. Why not? Why not do that? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Sorry, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, why would you not do this? Now, for couples as well, there may be a case that someone else, or there's someone else within your workplace possibly, that may have their eye on you, and that you've taken heed of. Now, I'm not saying that you've flirted with them, or I'm not saying anything of that. What I'm saying is, it's caught your eye, or they've caught your eye a little bit. Maybe it's because in some ways they're a little bit flashy on the outside. Everyone always thinks the fire signs are the flashy ones, and in some ways they are, personality wise, definitely. But there's something about this person's sense of dress, and I keep seeing these like funky socks. If you're a woman watching this and you're interested in men, do you know when men wear suits and they they look nice, and then you kind of like scroll down the body and you see these really funky socks and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. It's kind of that sort of thing. Something about them, dress-wise, catches your eye. And also then for men who are interested in women, it's that kind of thing. It's like there's something about them, like there's something that's slightly off, They're really well tailored, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, you've got these bright pink shoes or something. It's like that. Yeah, I don't feel like they're coming in here to completely infiltrate your relationship. You may have only briefly spoken to them, and that's probably why there's a little bit of intrigue. But what I want to say is this person moves around a lot, travel-wise, for work. So just be aware that it feels different for the singles than it does for the couples. That they may be here today and they may be gone tomorrow. Alright? That's what I'll say about that. Not saying you have to indulge. You do whatever you want to do. You're an adult. You do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. But I feel like they're here one day and they're gone the next, Now, the last card then, you have the Six of Wands. Ooh. So Wands energy, as we've spoken about before, is Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. And it is that beautiful, fiery, hot energy. It's heat, it's warmth, it's love, and it's lust, and it's passion, particularly in a love reading spread with these three cards. Now, sixes, with this particular, the Six of Wands in particular, I should say, is about achieving something and accomplishing something that maybe you didn't think was possible before, and being supported by a really good network of people that believe in you, even more so than sometimes you believe in yourself. This is about, in this particular instance with singles, I believe it's just about overcoming those hurdles that you've had before in love, Especially if you've got two different people here for you. It's about letting go of those past issues in love and just saying, do you know what? I am who I am now. Yeah, I was affected. Yeah, I carry a bit of baggage, but so what? I want to love again and I'm going to love again. And it's stepping into the dating world again. For me, the Six of Wands is like that. It's like, because you have all these people around you, they believe in you, they're attracted to you as well, and you're kind of up on the high horse and you're like, hey, I can do this. This is alright. I don't mind doing this. But I think more so in this instance, it's just like you really stepping into your own love and moving forward with it. And moving forward with the Wheel of Fortune as well. Letting go of the Five of Cups. And more than ever, knowing your value. Right? Know your worth. Yeah. Absolutely. For couples, hey, you're doing really well. I don't feel like I should say any more about that, but maybe for some of you I need to say it again. You're doing very well. You're emotionally getting through a lot of things. And it's tough to kind of forgive and forget, We probably never forget, but we can forgive, right? If we really, really want to. And you're learning that as well, couples. Is that we're not all perfect. And we do kind of emotionally bash each other the odd time. But that if two people really want to be together and stay together, then they can work at it. And you are. You're doing really well. So stay on that track. That's what's important. The next phase. For both singles and couples. Alright, my darlings, this has been your bi-weekly reading from September the 1st to September the 17th, 2017. I hope it resonated with you too. If it didn't, remember to check out your moon and your rising signs as well. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe, possibly share, and sure, why not? Leave a comment, let me know how you're all getting on. Also, if you'd like a private reading, your general or love lives, I do both. My email address is below and you can contact me directly, or I'll email you back directly with my prices and my services as well. Scorpio, have a beautiful 2 weeks. I can't wait to see you now in the following 2 weeks. I hope it all goes really well for you. Enjoy yourselves and take care of yourselves, more importantly, alright? You're always welcome to this Tuatha. This is your tribe. And to my new subscribers, welcome. And to my old subscribers, you're always welcome here as well, alright? Take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful 2 weeks. Bye-bye.